A lot of combat veterans have a really hard time assimilating back into civilian life. And it's kind of hard for somebody that's never been in the military, never been in combat, to understand why that is. There's a number of reasons, a number of issues. Most people think and they understand war is terrible, but the guys are back here now, one of the best places in the world you can live with lots of opportunities, so why can't they get on with their lives? And there's specific reasons they can't. If you want to put it in a nutshell, a lot of guys when they come back want their old life back, and they can't get it back because they're completely different than they were when they left. And what happens is you have this huge gap between where they are when they get back and where they need to be to function good as a civilian again. If a guy's got physical injuries, he's missing a limb or whatever, it's easy to see the kind of things he might be dealing with, but it's those invisible injuries that we can't see that are most problematic. I know when I got back from Vietnam, I was looking forward to coming home and thought everything was going to be fine, and I got back and everything was foreign to me. I didn't feel comfortable. Nothing felt familiar. There's times I didn't even feel safe. Everything had changed. Actually, nothing had changed. I changed. I wasn't the same person when I got back. And so this is a dilemma that a lot of the veterans face. There's a lot of organizations that try to help veterans with these issues. We're one of them. The veteran has to work at it himself. People can't do it for him. He has to take this journey. People will offer him help along the way, guidance, and if he uses it, he can have a better life. But post-traumatic stress isn't curable. It's something that's going to be with him forever, kind of like being an alcoholic or a drug addict. It's always there, but you can learn to live with it. Animals, we found, are really a terrific means of helping with that. So I want to talk a little bit about the different aspects of, first of all, post-traumatic stress. There's 4 attributes of post-traumatic stress: anxiety, depression, anger, and frustration. You can have one or all 4 of those if you're suffering from post-traumatic stress. And each one of them has its own characteristics and is dealt with differently. There's an old saying that I like a lot that explains it, and that is, there are rules for civilian life and there are rules for war, and they should never be mixed. But for a combat veteran, they do get mixed. And once they're mixed, they never again separate. So everything is seen differently by a combat veteran than it's seen by most other people. You get hardened to life when you spend enough time in combat. You look at everything differently. Death doesn't mean the same thing to you that it does to the average civilian. My wife can tell you how I am about that. Definitely did change me. I lost a number of my buddies. They didn't come back with me, and that has long-term effects. So what we try to do is we try to address all these issues with the animals in our program. We provide the dog depending on what the therapist prescribes for him. The dogs are very similar in the training and the type of dog we pick. However, the main difference is the service dog goes everywhere with the veteran, where the emotional support dog does not. Now, how do the dogs help? And there's 4 specific ways that the dogs are a really big help to the veterans. One of them is they give them a purpose. The military is a very purposeful organization. There's a purpose for everything you do. Purpose for your boot camp training, purpose for your training for a mission, purpose for the mission. 24/7, you live with a purpose. Now you're out. You're back over here in civilian life. What's your purpose? A lot of guys struggle with that. If you're a veteran out there that's found Military Animal Project and you're thinking maybe you'd like to get some help from us, but you have some reservations. All the veterans have some reservations, and it has to do with that fear of the unknown. What are you going to be subjected to? What do you have to do? How vulnerable are you going to be? These are all things that sometimes prevent veterans from coming forward. I want you to know we're not an institutionalized approach. It's a very personal, one-on-one approach. I will talk to you personally ahead of time, answer any questions you have, tell you a little bit about how our program works and how you can get involved in it. Especially for female MST survivors, it's really hard on them to commit to something like this. They feel very vulnerable going someplace that they're unfamiliar with, meeting people they don't know. I offer, for those that have real misgivings about signing up for it, I can meet you in public somewhere and discuss it. You can come to the ranch, visit with me and my wife, and see firsthand the facility, meet the horses, some dogs that are involved, and get a comfort feel, and then we can talk about how you'd like to do it. Every veteran is different. Every veteran has different needs. Every veteran has different things we need to address. The more we know about you and the specific things that you're struggling with, the more we will tailor our program to you.